Namaskar. Today we are going to start in GFR procurement of goods. Normally when the people, our viewers, some people have raised demand that you release videos on GFR and all. But most of their objective is only to look into the procedures on the procurement of goods. But I started from the beginning because the basic concept should be the guiding principle. Because I already told you that expenditure cannot be more than the occasion demand. So every time you cannot say this is the standard expenditure you do. If the occasion demands more, nothing wrong in spending. But you can't spend more than what is required for a particular period. That a person of ordinary prudence, what he will spend. All these things we have discussed in the beginning itself. So that they are all guiding principles. And then budgeting, etc. Because without budget you can't go for procurement also. So I went out in the order. So those things are all only, okay, the budget part, etc. The people who do work in budgeting will be useful for them. But mainly the people who go and see the GFR only when there is a need for procurement, because now with the introduction of GEM, that is Government E-Marketplace, there was a lot of confusion. In fact, the initial stage, when the government released 2017 revised GFR, it was advocating both use of GEM and also other mechanisms. So that led to some kind of confusion. It was actually not clear from confusion. So in 2019 they issued amendments. By the time the DGSNT some parts, Central Purchase Organizations, have all been wound up. So they have deleted some parts and then made things very easily that where this GEM has to be mandatorily used and where it can be used from other partners. So we will see one by one. Now GFR 142, the rule number 142 to 176 is procurement of goods and other things, and from 177 206 other consultancy services and other services. So in this series we will complete procurement of goods. Then another series I will make for all services, that is consultancy, non-consultancy, everything. With that procurement part will be over. Beyond that, if there is a requirement, remaining part also we will complete. Let us see now, 142, procurement of goods. This chapter contains general rules applicable to all ministries and departments regarding procurement of goods required for use in the public service. The detailed instructions relating to procurement of goods may be issued by the procuring departments broadly in conformity with the general rules contained in this chapter. So not only procuring department, even specific ministry, if they have a special requirement, they can also issue guidelines for procurement. But that will be in conformity with this basic concept will remain the GFR 17 rules guidelines. You can't change anything. To shoot their ministry specific requirement, of course they can add whatever is required. That is how each ministry, most of the ministry, not common ministries, especially specialized work doing ministries, will have their own guidelines, internal guidelines. But that is a supplement to the main rule. So GFR 17 is the base rule, and this has to be read with departmental instructions also. So this is so we are going to see all those things. Now, definition of goods. Now, procurement of goods we are discussing. Services we are going to see in the next series. So what are all goods? Anything you buy other than service, and books, periodicals and publications. All other, why books, periodicals and publications, I will discuss the reason. All other things are goods only. A thing which is not a service, a thing which is not book, periodical or publication should be, it can be tangible or intangible also. We will discuss one by one. Goods. Goods includes all articles, material, commodity, livestock. See, people, some department nurtures horse and other creatures also, house, pasupakshi, anything. So for that you have to get fodder also, and all these creatures are livestock also. So livestocks, furniture, fixtures, raw material, spare parts, instruments, machinery, equipment, industrial plant, vehicles, aircraft, ships, medicines, railway rolling stock, assemblies, assemblies. What is assemblies? Is you buy material and assemble to make a good. Some goods. Sub-assemblies. For assemblies, lower level thing. Sub-assemblies, accessories, a group of machineries comprising of an integrated production process or such other category of goods, or these are all tangible items, that is physical items. You can see this is item. Intangible products like software. Software you can only, when it works you will see, but it is provided in some pen drive or even online download, etc. So there is no physical form for that. It is a set of codes encrypted. So software. Technology transfer. When you buy a machine, India went for purchase of Rafael from government on off-the-shelf basis or something from government to government. But the one of the conditions is later on that technology also will be transferred. And the accessories, the maintenance production will be done in India. So for that they have to give license and technology transfer also. These are all non-tangible, intangible items because there is no physical body in that. So technology transfer, license to use. License is permit to use. Anything, patents. So that is IPR, it comes under intellectual property rights. So you invent a new item, you register and patent it, so you will be paid royalty every time it is used with certain conditions, all those things, for certain period. Okay, that is outside the scope of our procurement of goods, so I am not going deep into that. Okay, patents are other intellectual properties purchased or otherwise acquired. You can purchase, you can hire it, something like that. For a specific period you can use it as a license, 3 year, 5 year. So acquired otherwise. So it is not purchase. It can be something rental basis or license basis for a specific period, etc. For the use in government, for the use of government, but excludes books, publications, periodicals, etc. for a library. Why library items are excluded here? See, the rules are different. The goods purchase, you will follow all these GFRs, purchase procedure, quotation, all those, gem, everything. But when it comes to library, the rules are different. So you can't, see, a publisher will have his own setup only. So the fixed price will be there and there is no scope for like similar type and all. It is, so for library purchase, there are rules are different, like you have a library committee. The committee will look into the requirement of the department's use. For a particular department, certain books are to be purchased for the use of the officers or staff for their work. So that purchase committee, that library committee will recommend. Then they will go to the market, which are all the books available on this subject. They will go through the content. Then they will recommend for purchase. It is only they will directly, we can write to the publisher, ask for discount, all those things, something like that. So there, the normal quotation business does not work. That is why the goods mentioned in this rule do not include all these three items, that is books, periodicals and publications, which I stored in the beginning itself. So the term goods also includes works and services. That we are going to discuss in a separate thing. Works is any construction work or anything, installation work, and the services you know very well. Nowadays manpower service also is taken, consultancy. There are many services. It includes these items also, but they are coming under services. Though rules are procurement of goods rules only. For specialized services like consultancy, we have some additional set of rules we will see in the next series. In this series we are going to discuss about goods only. Okay. And other services like services which are incidental and consequential to the supply of such goods. Why? When you buy some item, so it is transported. So the transport service also is included if it is already provided in the tender and other things. So that is also part of goods. Transportation, insurance. So insurance not standalone. When you buy the things, this comes under. And commissioning and training. So you commission a new machinery, high value machinery. So the commissioning is installation work. So it comes under this goods. But separately services we are going to discuss separately. But these things, part of goods supply, will be taken as overall goods purchase only. And training for the use of that such machines also. Suppose you commission some plant. So you can't expect the supplier to always support you in running the machine. So they will train our people. Initially they will post somebody to help us out. Then at one stage we will take over, the purchaser, the procurement department will take over the total running business also, running work. So that is how. So that sort of training and maintenance also comes part of the goods purchase rules. So this is the basic concept. In the next video, we will see about other rules related to goods purchase, including gem purchase also.